Welcome back. So I pulled the floats, the needles, all this. These are both cleaned out now. I took my wire brush, and little trade secret, if you guys don't know, just grab your needle nose. If you don't find anything small enough to fit down in there to poke these, take your needle nose, pull one strip of your wire brush and just yank it out, and then you can poke through them. So I've completely stripped these now. You can see all the dust, dirt, grime. There's literally just junk in here. And obviously all of that is not good. So we're going to give these a very thorough blasting. I went and got some gum out, jet spray, carbon choke cleaner, and we're going to give these things a good blast. That's what's about to happen. So I got the wire brush with me for right now. I'm just going to come right out here in the sunlight. And let me come over here where the car is not over there. We'll give these a good blast in front of you guys here. Alright, I think pretty much all that's good to go. Now we're just going to back these out, and then we're going to spray inside there after we back these out. So that's up next. These are both 8mm, if you guys are wondering. Crack them loose. They're 8. Pull them out. Have a look. There we go. So now we need to check all these holes, and some of these are good, some of them are not. Oh no, I guess they're all good. I thought that one was clogged for a sec, but it was not. Let me see where we're at here with this one. Little tiny holes in there you want to make sure are cleared out. Alright, there should be no reason this is not getting fuel now. When we plug all this back in after a good thorough cleaning, there's no reason this shouldn't get fuel. By the way, you don't need to excessively tighten these down, just enough. Just enough, little tight. All right, let's go clean off the rest of the components. There we go. Let's go clean off the rest of the components because I think this is pretty much good. There you go. So we got a vacuum leak there, and we got a vacuum leak there. This one I think is actually holding, and this one is not. So I'm gonna have to go get some line. Look at that, that's the problem, man. This thing had a ton of leaks. All right, so I gotta repair one vacuum hose lead. I got an idea for that. I don't have vacuum caps, but I have an idea for that. So that's all been reassembled. Everything's been cleaned for the most part. Most of the stuff I need to get done. So now we're just gonna blast the jets one final spray before we put all this back in there. These are plugs, so if you wanted to synchronize these, you could. This one's still working, so I'm not going to tamper with it, but this one, unfortunately, the whole head ripped off of, as you can see. So before I go any further, look at all that oil. The oil is what disintegrated it. Look at the oil was leaking down onto it, disintegrated that whole tip. So, all right, here's my idea. If I can find my big scissors. I do this often when I need to. So we have a lot of sprinkler stuff around here. So I'm gonna chop one of these off. Then we'll heat this up. We'll squeeze it with a pair of pliers. So that should fit over that perfectly. Like so. If I can get it on there. Might have to clean the old one off first. Looks like I'm gonna have to clean the old one off a little bit. There we go. Ah! Ah! Okay. Let's see if we can force that puppy on there. There we go. And now we'll heat that up. I'll squeeze it with a pair of pliers. So I'm gonna let that form for a minute. Let me go find a lighter. So we're gonna heat the end of this up pretty thoroughly. Pretty thoroughly. Like so. Blow it out, and then we'll crimp it and let it melt together. Like so. We'll heat it up one more time. There we go. Meld it together. Heat it up once again. Blow it out. Meld it together. Again, you see how this process works. There you go. As you can see, sealed the whole end of that off. And I got perfect vacuum seal. Easy enough. It's pretty easy, right? I know. Tricks of the trade. Now I should just be able to push that right back on there like I had it. Like so. There you go. No vacuum leaks there now. I'm still debating, man, whether I should make a second one or not. I'll leave it for now. If I start noticing vacuum problems, I will readdress that. I'll definitely readdress that. Okay, time to give these a quick little... Look at all that sand, dirt, grime, crap in there. That's nuts. We'll get it all wet real fast. Okay, now that's done. Let's go ahead and put the top back on this puppy. Okay, let's take this out here with the wire brush. Give the outside of the carb a good blast. And yeah, a little scraping on some of the components and we should be good to go. I need to take a picture of this line and figure out what this goes to. This goes to something important and it's not there anymore, and I want to know what this was. I really do want to know what this was. That seems very important to me for some reason. Seems to be part of the vacuum slide system, but as of right now, they're working good, so. Alright, so I'm going to prop the rear decompression cylinder valve open. As long as it starts one cylinder, I can just remove this afterwards and it should be alright. So while we're waiting for the cable, let's see if we can get this bike started properly. And because I think it will. I think it should start now. After that carb clean and everything going good, throttle positioning sensor, like everything's been cleaned, there's absolutely no reason this bike shouldn't run if I relieve the compression off the rear cylinder while we wait on for that cable, because the front one's working. So I'm just going to prop this screwdriver against there with my knee like that and hold that open. As you can see, I can slide it with my leg now and hold it open, so as soon as the bike starts I can go ahead and just drop the decompression cylinder and the bike should run. At that point it should run. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on here, and everything sounds normal. I already primed the carbs a few times, so let's see if my carb clean gets both cylinders firing and the bike to idle and run. I have no choke on. I shouldn't need choke. It's 80 degrees out. Choke is for cold weather. So this bike should just fire and go. Look at that. That is running on both cylinders. That is 100% running on both cylinders. Oh yeah. Oh, this bike is loud. This bike is stupid loud. Oh man, she's ready to rip, Chip. This bike is ready for a drive. She is ready for a drive up the road. Oh, it sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. So after a good carb cleaning, checking out the decompression valves, this thing seems to run like a top. So the question is, do all the gears work and all that stuff? Right now we have a beautiful running bike. It sounds gorgeous. It's very loud, but it sounds good. I would say couldn't ask for a better machine. Yeah. You can see all the smoke on it right now from everything I sprayed. All the cleaner and the solvents and everything down in there that I sprayed all over. But I'll tell you what, she is really responsive. She's ready to go for a ride. I think I'll clean all my tools off and we'll take her around the block and see what happens. And so as most of you guys know, that's my daily right there. And I'm thinking about making this my daily, man. I like the way this thing looks. Needs a new seat. That's about it. And I have to fix the rear brake cable. I think we're good after that. Matter of fact, let's just leave that on. We're gonna do it this way. I'll do it this way. Now that I know we have plenty of fuel. Let's give her something to drink here. We'll do it this way. I'll set that right on the nozzle head like that. And then we'll open this joint up. Oh shit, too much. See if we can slow that down just a little bit. Sorry, baby. Next time. This time we're gonna give it to the 15. Let's see what this puppy can do. Let's see what this big old girl can do. Oh, I can already tell she's heavy. Oh yeah. Look at that, no choke necessary. Still a little bit of a hard start, so probably could help a little bit of choke, but she's warmed up. So I can tell it's firing on both cylinders. Let me close this down. Let's see how good the clutch is. I haven't even tested it yet. Let me get ready to hit the kill switch. Oh, it's a quick out clutch. Okay. Let's just zoom it around my neighborhood real fast before we go too far. First time riding this bike, you know. Feels good. Feels big. Feels heavy. Brakes feel amazing. Let's kick it down here. Yeah, we literally have no idea when the last time this bike was driven was. So, but it sounds good. Sounds pretty much healthy, like it should. You know. I will say the tires definitely need some air. I can tell they're a little bit low on air. Let's get off these roads here. We'll take it out onto a main road. Let's kick it down. I'm just gonna foot shift with this bike because I hate how far back the kicker is. That was for a taller rider. But yeah, this tire needs some air. Definitely needs a bit of air. Sounds good. Seems like it's doing fine. All I have is front brakes right now, so let's see what we got going on here. All right, I gotta watch out for that corner. It tries to take me out sometimes. All right, let's go. Oh my. Yeah, this bike is definitely rowdy. I'm definitely digging the feel of this bike. This bike is right where it should be. Whew. You can definitely tell the pull on this bike. Gears are working good, front brake is working amazing. So all it needs is the rear brake fixed and the seat replaced. And this bike will be a excellent bike for the road. Oh my God, this bike has an ass load of pull. Whew. That's what I'm talking about, boy. I love bringing these old bikes back to life. Makes you feel good, you know, when you get something running that hasn't run in like forever. So yeah, the rear brake master cylinder is like slightly locked up, which is interesting. You can definitely tell that the rear brake down there is like shoddy at best. This bike is heavy. Shift's good. Let's see if I can pull a smooth one out here. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man, I might sell my other bike for this one. This is a sweet ride. This has all the beans. 900 just has a little lack in power. You know, this one, this is pretty commanding. It's there when you need it, but it's still only a 5-speed, so you can't go speed demon. You get a little bit of pull power, you get all that kind of fun stuff, but you know, beyond that, wow, this bike is absolutely ballsy. Sounds great, feels good. I mean, it's ripping. Let's see. Kicker in a second. Pulls out in second, no problem. I think the clutch might be slightly worn out though. Whew, but this is a big machine here. What's up? Yeah, this thing sounds good. Oh, but these tires, they definitely need some air. Definitely need some air. Feels really washed out in the corners. I know it's a heavy bike, but I'm a big dude. And this thing feels pretty washed out in the corners. Feels like it's fighting me a lot in the corners. So yes, sir. So yeah, I think it was a little hard finding neutral there. I think the clutch plates might be a little worn out on this bike, and that kickstand's down too far. I will have to raise that. But let's crank it up again here. Let's crank it up one more time. There we go. That's definitely running both cylinders. Yep, she's a happy bike. Sounds pretty normal. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I mean, it's ready to be basically thrown back together. In 4 days, the decompression cable should be here. I'll go ahead and throw the decompression cable on real quick, slap it back together, and this bike is either ready for me to keep it or sell it, one or the other. So, you know, I don't mess around. I do quick work, you know. I do quick work. I'm the clinic doctor. I'm the mechanic. Winning. All right, man. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button. I do videos like this for you guys all the time so that you guys can learn for yourselves. I show you all the cool little things that I've been taught throughout my life and my 35 years of being on this planet. And I had a dad that knew what he was doing and taught his son very well. So anyways, that being said, I think I'm gonna put a little air in these tires, take it for another cruise, but this time with proper amounts of air in the tires because that felt really wobbly. But I will say it's got plenty of power and looks like it's gonna be a good machine for whoever buys it. If I don't decide to keep it, whoever buys it's getting a good deal. I can tell you that right now. This thing runs perfect. Crazy.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.